welcome to another StarCraft 2 audio commentary thing. I wouldn't go as far as to say this is a audio commentary, but I would say we're gonna watch it and cast about it. That's what we're gonna do. First, before we do, let's go ahead and look a little bit about the stream. I just want to point out the things, or the video, as you probably will be watching this on YouTube. There are some stuff up here. These are there are some stuff. The logos for the teams. So you have Team DuSt's logo and Team NRS's logo, which is Neurosoft, I think is how you pronounce that. I'm not sure. And then down here you can see we have the streams for the players. So if you want to watch these guys play live, go check them out. There are their streams. You have no reason not to. So hopefully you guys can show your support for the players and their teams. Keep esports alive, hashtag, whatever, I don't know, but we're doing StarCraft 2 now, so we're gonna go ahead and start the game and get into it. This is gonna be a Protoss versus Protoss. The map is Overgrowth. Let's go ahead and introduce our players. In the upper right part of the map, we have DuSt.sWs, or SWS, spawning in as the red Protoss. He's the red Protoss. He plays for Team DuSt. Team DuSt, I don't know if they're currently sponsored by anybody, so if you want to get on that, guys, companies listening, you should probably check them out. They're pretty cool guys, and they're fun. They're just a fun team, so they're fun to play games with. They're fun to play games like unfinished games with. What a game DayZ was. Whew. I would not recommend buying that game, but it was fun. I played some DayZ with Team DuSt. That was fun. So yeah, I may be biased. I do like Team DuSt. I am technically officially a Team DuSt caster. I feel like I should disclose that before we go any further in this match, because I don't really know a lot about Protoss versus Protoss. But we're gonna see what I do know, that's for sure. And that's Team DuSt for you in the nutshell. I don't know, they're cool, fun people, and they don't cheat. A lot of people seem to think they cheat. They don't actually cheat, so I don't know where that's coming from. I just thought I would say. And in the lower left, we have NightEnD spawning in as the blue Protoss for Team NRS, or Neurosoft, which is spelled N-E-W-R-O soft, so not neuro like as in neuroscience, but it kind of comes off like neurosoft, you know, so I don't know what they're going with that. He's the Romanian player from Warcraft 3. He's playing StarCraft 2 now. He was an undead player, I want to say. NightEnD. Oh, I think he was. He might have played Orc as well. I don't remember. I know he played a couple races. I've seen him play multiple races. I think he mained undead. Someone's going to laugh at me and tell me I'm totally wrong on that. But, here he is. He's one of the best players, in my opinion, in the foreign scene, but some people probably disagree with me on that one. I do like NightEnD. I've been a big fan of his ever since Warcraft 3, so I may be biased there as well. There's so much bias in this game. He is, like I said, he's from Romania, and his WCS rank at the moment is 119 with 275 points. So that's pretty cool. He's 26 years old. We could go into more information, but let's just go into the game. So both players are talking to each other. They're kind of having some friendly banter, as I'm sure that's all that is. And we're just going to look and see. We do have a cybernetics core and a gateway down here at the base for NightEnD. We will see that there's a probe scouting things out, just seeing what's going on. This is going to be pretty much a mirror on either side. We're going to see some chrono on this gateway for Swiss. And Swiss is just, that's going to be different from NightEnD. He's not really chronoing his gateway. It looks like he's going for more of a chrono the mothership. I don't know if that's happening over here. That is happening not over here. He's not chronoing that, but he did chrono again, chronoing at that gateway. If you see chronos on the gateway, or I'm sorry, on the cybernetics core getting the warp gate, that generally means you're going to see some kind of early aggression play. You want to do something like maybe a 4 gate. I don't know exactly what it means, but I do know it means early aggression. So we should be looking for that coming out of Swiss. And he's got a good stalker right there. He's trying to get map vision. There's the pylon, so there's definitely going to be aggression. We will see there are 3 gateways right now. It looks like it could be a 3-gate play. Is he going to go for an expansion? It looks like he's not even going to bother with that. I don't know why you would, because if you're going for aggression, obviously, you probably can't afford to do that. But he's definitely still popping out the stalkers. The mothership core is currently being defensive. I don't know if that is entirely what he wants to do. Another pylon going down. This one going to get canceled. That was very close. There is a... Oh, no. StarCraft 2 just crashed. Well, that's... that's not good. That's not good. And we're going to get back to the point where we saw that pylon getting canceled right here, that beautiful, wonderful, aggressive pylon. I don't know how to say this. I think that Protoss vs. Protoss is probably one of the most interesting mirror matches there are, but I don't know why. I just enjoy watching it. But anyway, so we're back into the game. Let's just start watching it again. So once again, just to remind you guys, we are seeing that chronoed warp gate technology coming out here with 3 gateways, and a pylon over here for some aggressive warp-ins, and another pylon right here. It looks like maybe the one he put there was a little too close. The question is, does NightEnD know about it? Did he spot that as it happened? It got canceled pretty quickly. I don't know. But he's got warp gate also almost finished. However, his opponent's warp gate is now finished. He probably started chronoing that at some point. I don't know when, but he does have the all-important sentries. Sentries are important because they can block the ramp with force field, but you will lose your nexus if you have to do that. And that means that it's kind of an advantageous play that Swiss here has made. Because when you go for this aggression, if you can cancel a nexus or, you know, this works pretty well. It's forcing these, the force field forces the cancel on here. So he only lost 100 minerals for that, but he did lose a bit of time. If we look at the worker counts, that's going to get interesting. We'll see it's pretty much dead even. NightEnD slightly ahead in worker counts, 26 to 25, but that's kind of negligible, I would say. And if we look at the units, we can see that both players are pretty similar. The only difference here is that now we're going to see Mr. Swiss here, Mr. Steven Swiss, go ahead and take an expansion, whereas NightEnD is going to have to be a little bit more defensive, invest some more resources into an army. So you can see that's going to have to start happening, because as you can tell, he's got the bigger army now, but he still can't really push out. He's going to have to hold on just a little bit longer, invest a little bit more, and then push out. And that's going to give Swiss the advantage. The advantage, which is the all-important thing that we want to know about. I'm not sure I clicked. Okay, I should just use the hotkeys. I haven't learned them all. Void Ray coming? What? Void Rays. Right, so Void Rays on the way for NightEnD. I guess those are good. I don't honestly know, but we'll see. Something has happened here because he's been forcing something. Is this an Oracle? Oracles. We missed the Oracle harass. It killed 3 guys and got pushed away, but it did get out. So that's not too bad. Looking at the units lost tab, we can kind of tell what's going on here. Still, we're going to see that NightEnD is not doing too bad. He's at 300 resources lost here, compared to 175. So that's, you know, it's pretty close. It's still pretty even, but this is a big deal. Having an expansion when your opponent does not, that is a big deal. That's a huge lead, and we're going to start to see that reflected in the economy. Obviously, he's lost a couple of workers, I would think. I don't know, because he was at 25. Yeah, so he's lost at least 3 workers. And now we can see Swiss, who was at 25 as well. He's lost 3 workers. He's at 27 now. So that expansion is going to start paying off pretty quickly. Also, it's a lot harder to assault the expansion once it's built. Once it's built, you have the photon overcharge right here, which does a lot of damage. It lasts for 60 seconds. And it's got a huge range. It's very difficult to fight against that, plus an army that's actively defending it. Here comes that Oracle once again to do some more damage, getting a couple more kills here. 2 more kills, 3 kills, 4 kills. He's up to 5 more kills, 6 more kills, and he goes down at 9 kills. What a hero Oracle that was. And that's going to be able to keep bringing that economic advantage that Swiss is currently experiencing, rather enjoying even, down a little bit. And he's not even going, as you can see, Swiss also has his own Oracle with 4 kills. But we're definitely seeing... He proxied the Stargate. Apparently that pylon got picked off by NightEnd's army here. As we can see, NightEnD putting down his own proxy pylon and saying, well, if it's going to be like that, then I'm going to go for the big push and see, can I actually win the game right here? Again, it's going to be very difficult because here comes that photon overcharge already up. We're going to see force fields all over the place, trying to block both these armies down. A couple of Void Rays they do a fair bit of damage against Stalkers, as Stalkers are armored, and they do take extra damage during the prismatic alignment, which is pretty good. As you can see, the +6 damage makes it pretty good. But here we're going to see this is still going to have to kill the Nexus in order for this to really be worth it for NightEnD. If he doesn't manage to kill that Nexus and back up at this point, then he's going to have a little bit of an issue falling behind, and because he's not going to be able to do another attack like this for a bit. But that Nexus will go down, and now he's got to make the decision, does he keep fighting against probes and all of this position, or does he back off? It looks like he wants to just keep on fighting right now. He is definitely doing some economic damage, no doubt. And Swiss definitely is way behind, it looks like, at this point. We can see that's about 20 supply food lead for NightEnD right now. And again, the economic advantage, really, it doesn't go to either player. Again, very close, 17 workers to 19 workers, and it looks like an unstoppable push by NightEnD as he just walks up into this base and pretty much says, good game, and SC2 is going to lose game 1. I don't have game 2, so we're going to go into game 3. I was given games 1 and games 3. I don't know if they lost game 2 or what happened. Maybe it got corrupted. I really don't know. But that's game number 1, so let's watch game 3 and find out what happens. I feel like I've spoiled something already. I probably shouldn't have even said that. But we're not going to watch it, so it doesn't matter. We're not watching game 2 anyway. So I'm guessing game 2, Steven won, or SC2 won, and that game, because I know there's a game 3, so I'm guessing it's 1-1. It might be a best of 5, another group. I don't know. I really don't know. We're just going to find out. We're going to find out together, because I have no idea. We might not find out, but we'll watch it. We're gonna go ahead and go into game 3 right after this, so I'm going to go ahead and exit this replay. That's really all I'm doing. And then I'm going to load up the other one. Here we go. Deadwing LE League Edition. Deadwing League Edition. I don't know why. Why am I talking like that? I don't know. I have no idea. I'm so sorry, people. I am so sorry. Okay. Whatever. And now we're back, so we're going to go ahead and formally introduce this game one more time. Just one more time. It'll be fine. 3, 2, 1. Go. Action. Hello and welcome to another StarCraft 2 game that we're going to cast in some way or fashion or form or something else. I don't know. We're doing it anyway. I don't know why I'm doing this, because there's like, I can't use any editors. So I guess you're just going to hear all of that, which normally I edit that all out. So I just realized I'm not going to do that this time. That's unfortunate. Anyway, so you know who we're doing, because it's going to be one video. So you know who's playing, but let's go ahead and just introduce our players one more time. The map is Deadwing. I believe it's Deadwing. On Deadwing, you can't spawn horizontally, but you can spawn cross, and you can spawn vertically. So if that doesn't make any sense, we can see a player, they can never spawn on the same horizon points. If that, like, you can't have 2 players on top or 2 players on bottom, but you can't have 2 on left, 2 on right, or diagonals. So that's how this map spawn works out. So you need to know that going forward, because that kind of affects how you scout. In other words, you never scout this way. Well, I mean, I don't know what he's doing. Is he proxying? Is he scouting with it? I don't even know. Okay, NightEnD, maybe. I may be wrong. I've been told that's how this map works. Maybe this game was played before that was the case, because I think that at one point you could spawn horizontally. I don't know when this game was played. I'll be honest. Currently, though, you never scout horizontally. So I don't know. It may very well be that he's just doing a proxy. This kind of build looks like he's doing a proxy. Oh, see, this is actually clever. Okay, because if you can't spawn horizontally and you want to proxy a Stargate, what a better place, because you know, well, no, because your opponent could have spawned cross, and then I have no idea what he's doing. I have no idea. I don't even want to say I do, because I have no idea. So yeah, but we will see that only one scout is going into NightEnd's base, and NightEnd not going to get any scouting information from SC2's base, because he's doing some kind of proxy thing over here, it looks like. He's clearly doing a proxy. I just have no idea what I would guess a Stargate. He's going to have to make it look like he's not doing that and his main, otherwise he's just going to let SC2 know what's happening by omission, which is just as important, because if he doesn't throw down anything else, if he's just like this, although I guess he could go for the expansion, and then it would just look like maybe a little bit normal expansion play there. If he waits to invest in the proxy until after that, nope, here comes the proxy. Pylon going down, although at this point the probe is out of the base, there's going to be a mothership core that can actually start denying scouting information. So that was done pretty well. If you have a normal timing all the way up to that point, which he did, and no more scouting information for a little bit, the proxy can actually work pretty well. So this is pretty good play we're seeing. SC2's going to see, he's basically scouted a expansion play, and so it looks like he's going to go for opting to have the same expansion play. We're not seeing any kind of chronoing on the warp gate tech or anything. Just some basic standard play here. Double gas on both sides. This guy or Swiss only doing 2 on each gas compared to the 3. That should be a tip-off, but since he can't really get into his base to scout right now, he's not going to get that tip-off. We're going to see Swiss over here. He's just doing a bit of scouting. He's like, what's the mat? Just in case, just in case something crazy happens. We do have the Stalker here. He's going to try to make sure that no probe comes back up here to see that there's not actually a mothership core. Also, just to make sure, since he hasn't really had a whole lot of scouting information, just to make sure that there's not going to be some kind of crazy proxy attack coming out as well. So he's playing with a bit of big balls. It's kind of nice. Oh, Twilight Council and a Dark Shrine. We're seeing proxy Dark Shrines from NightEnD today. That's something. I don't even know. Here comes down a proxy pylon from Swiss. But does he have any... I mean, what is he going to do? He's getting an observer, so the observer will definitely be able to spot the DTs and kill them. Will one observer be enough, and will he keep that in his base? I don't know. Normally, I don't think you do, but he may have already figured this out because he did just get a scout on this late mothership core, so he knows or this late nexus, so he definitely knows something is up. I don't know if he has any idea what it currently is, but because he's got the observer, he's ready. He's going to definitely keep that at his main base, I think, or rather his expansion at this point. Just because if you scout that your opponent has like this really late nexus after it looked much just like he was doing a nexus first build, well, not first, but I guess it would be like a normal timing expand, because you can't expand first in Protoss versus Protoss. You would just get like gateway, or I don't even know what would happen. It would. I could be wrong, but I've never seen that happen. I would assume it wouldn't work. I would assume that the Zealots would get there way too fast. Who knows? I really don't. But yeah, so we're gonna see he's got a good old Immortal. There are 2 Dark Templars on their way, but there is already the Observer out and about, and he's just gonna use that one Observer. If he kills both of those Dark Templars, then this is not gonna work at all. He's gonna go ahead and force field that off. Move the probes, good timing right there, good speed. He's going to have 3 kills on this Dark Templar, 3 of them not really going to make up for the difficulty that he's had in getting there. Obviously losing quite a bit of economy and mining time to get those Dark Templars. Also resources invested in the Dark Templars that aren't going to do a whole lot. This guy, though, could end up morphing into an Archon, which doesn't really, it's not going to set him back too far. But he's not going to get the kind of harass that he wanted to get with this guy. So that is definitely a thing. Now we're going to go ahead and see Steven. He's playing a little bit, I would say, a little bit risky here by moving out. I have no idea if that's true, but he is just moving out. I guess with the Observer at his main base now, it's not too bad. I guess it makes sense to move out too, though, because if your opponent has gone for DTs like this and they've delayed their tech like this, or rather their economy like this, they probably do have a small army, and it's not a bad guess or really a bad bet by Steven here, or by Swiss here, because as you can see, 63 versus 57 with a couple of Immortals, which are a big deal in any kind of Stalker versus Stalker fight. These guys do a lot of damage to Armored, as you can see. First Armored, 50 damage, plus they have a really nice ability to tank. But there is Archons up. Archons, they have a lot of life. They can tank really well as well. And they do a lot of damage. 25, in fact. Will it be enough with considering that there are Immortals about? I don't know. This guy over here, this Dark Templar, coming back into this base, trying to do some damage, but there is now a cannon up, so he can't really do anything there. So that Dark Templar is probably just going to suicide. And we're going to go ahead and see this is a fight. He's maybe focusing on the Nexus. He does have to be content with the fact that there is the Photon Overcharge right now, and it's going to maybe push him back. There is also Immortals coming out from NightEnD also. So that push, that attack right there by Swiss, doing some really nice damage, as you can see in the supplies. NightEnD at 50 versus 61 for Swiss. But is it going to be enough? And it looks like it could be enough to take down this expansion. If he can take down the expansion, that's going to secure himself a really good economical lead. And this supply cap difference just keeps getting bigger and bigger. NightEnD still at 50, and Swiss at 67. As you can see, more guys just morphing in here. And he still just keeps going for the Nexus. He wants to maybe snipe an Archon. A nice snipe right there. Picking off a unit here, picking off a unit there, backing out. He has lost quite a few units in this push, and he actually just lost his Observer as well, which means we're probably going to see a couple of Dark Templars coming out here to try to join the fight and force this back, because there's no way to stop them at this particular point. But that is actually going to force Swiss back just a little bit. He still has the economic lead, and he has the advantage in terms of army supply. We're going to go ahead and see him getting level 2 upgrades for his weapons. Versus both players are at 1. NightEnD going for the level 2, I should say, the second attack upgrade, as well as charge lots. We will see a Warp Prism coming in right now from the robotics facility for Swiss, so he's going to try to get that around and maybe do some damage over here. Surprise damage would be good. NightEnD also using Warp Prism, actually, as it turns out. I missed that during that exciting action over here at this expansion play. But let's go ahead and look at the economy tab, see what's going on here. Swiss at 45 workers compared to 38. That's a pretty substantial lead. 7 is a big deal in terms of harvester difference, especially when you consider that these probes weren't mining too happily during that whole engagement, while these guys were mining pretty happily. So if you're happy miners, you're going to mine more and better. That's how it works. So happy miners are better miners. Something like that. I don't know. We're going to see a couple gateways going down. We have these stalkers over here. These guys are just looking for any kind of warp prism play. Just because if he wants to warp in DTs, it might not hurt. Could be warping in Archons. Could just be dropping Archons. There's a lot of different things you have to be kind of concerned about there. You could drop Archons, warp in a little Sentry force field off the ramp. I don't know. But just things you have to be concerned about, rather. And yeah. So he's got his army down here as well, just to have some kind of guys at the front and the back end. All of it's covered. It's cohesive. It's amazing. It's brilliant. Back to the production tab. Now both players are going for charge lot and second attack upgrades, and it looks like Templar Archives is going up now for Swiss. He could get all kinds of stuff there. Maybe he wants to do Archons. Maybe he wants to do other stuff. I have no idea. These upgrades are going to hit first for NightEnD. And is he pushing an army? It looks like, I wouldn't say he's pushing an army. He's getting the gateways down. He wants to push an army, but it's not going to hit for a while. And that's going to really give time for these guys, for his opponent's upgrades to finish as well. And in StarCraft 2, the ideal in StarCraft 2 is to have your upgrades finish as late as possible, because otherwise those are minerals and resources that you could have tied up in other things. So you want them to be finishing at the last possible moment. So I would definitely say in some way that's going to be an advantage for Swiss, as long as the first engagement happens after those things have finished. Now that may not entirely work out entirely correctly if you're doing some chronos and stuff, because I don't know about all that. But this is just a warp prism that's empty. It's mainly being used, I think, to scout right now, but it does always pose a threat because you can just start summoning stuff at it, like a pylon, which is good. Fun stuff. We're going to see maybe another engagement coming up here. He's really, it looks like Swiss is trying to deny the third for NightEnD as he takes his own third right here. Both players looks like they're interested in different thirds. It looks like this is the one that NightEnD wants to grab. Maybe a little sneaky. He's taken down the rocks that were right there, as you can see. Still got rocks up here. So it's a bit of an interesting move to go for that. He's going to see with Izella just to come in here and get a little bit of scouting information. We're going to start seeing High Templars. He's going to get that information, a really important thing, although it's actually just going to be turned immediately into Archons. So Archons are, of course, really nice, really tanky, really big, fat units that are just nice to have. Also, these Zealots are going to start engaging. These are just a run-by. He's going to maybe be able to pick them up. He picked up 2 of them. Could have picked up all 4 if he was a little bit faster, but honestly, saving 2 in StarCraft's a pretty good thing nonetheless. Up here, this Warp Prism by NightEnD still being used to kind of scout, and now it looks like it's going to be put into summon mode, so it looks like he wants to summon some stuff. I don't know what he's intending to do to that cooling tower, but we might find out. It might be nothing, actually. He might not care one bit about that cooling tower. But if he took it down, who knows? Well, he's not going to do it with a High Templar. High Templar has feedback ability. I'm not sure what he wants to do with that. Over here, we're going to see some more general harass coming out from these 2 Zealots in this Warp Prism. Both players are pretty much still in the same position as they were relatively, where we're going to see the upgrades. It looks like a little bit better, a little bit faster for NightEnD. And then the supply a little bit better for Swiss, about 10 supply up. So if we look at the economy, it should be pretty much in Swiss's favor at this point because he's got that third fully saturated. We're going to see this third for NightEnD. It's not really up yet. He's working on getting it up. He's starting to produce more workers. He's going to send some workers down there. But again, he is down by 14 to 16 workers right now, which is a significant amount. You can tell that just in the economy numbers right there. Swiss having 1,800 minerals compared to about 1,100. And comparable in gas, a little bit less gas, but comparable. So that is, because as you can see, he's just getting ready to take his gas right now. But you can definitely tell that there's a nice economy lead for Swiss. Also, again, if you look at the army active values or whatever, what's that? I hit the wrong key. It's pretty similar because of the economic lead that we're seeing from Swiss. We're going to see a couple of things down here. It looks like, oh, that is a big deal. He just killed out quite a few of these probes. I don't know how many, but he definitely killed some probes right there with a High Templar Storm, which we kind of missed. I'm sorry, but we did. We missed it. But we got to watch the aftermath. The aftermath being that both players are pretty much even now on harvesters. pretty interesting. Extended thermal lance is coming in for Mr. NightEnD, so that means he's gonna have some Colossus. If not now, he wants to have some. Swiss already has some Colossus, so that could be pretty good. Does he already have the extended thermal lances? I don't know. No, he doesn't. I don't think he does. He does actually. So yeah, okay. So that is a nice timing to push by Swiss, I would say. He's got the extended thermal lances. He's pushing them out. He's doing some damage, slicing some stuff up with his laser eyes. Pretty nice. This looks like this fight is going convincingly to Swiss. As you can see, the 3 attack upgrades versus 3 attack upgrades, but it doesn't really matter when you have to deal with the fact that you're dealing with an inferior army composition. NightEnD, just as I said at the start of this, DuSt players they don't cheat. I don't know where this whole cheating thing came from, but they don't cheat. Anyway, so I don't. These guys are just chatting at this point. DuSt.sWs has won the game. So this is game number 3. You can see a little bit of stuff going down here. Those little high Templars, again, getting some really nice damage off, but at this point it doesn't really matter. So here you go. NightEnD not really taking the loss too well here. I think he won the first game, so I'm not sure. Maybe I'm wrong. I thought I saw that. Well, you guys can find out. Maybe I was stupid and I just thought NightEnD won the first game, but I thought he did. So whatever. Who cares? It doesn't matter. It's just a game. People, calm down. Calm down. Calm down. But that's it. That's gonna be for tonight. Tomorrow we'll be doing some Warcraft 3 casts from some of the recent WEC games, which are phenomenal games. I can't wait to check out. Big shout out to Manchester for giving me all the good knowledge and all the good information about what's going on in WEC. Guys, he's awesome. And he's given me the replays, or some of the replays, and I'm just going to go through and cast them. I don't know how long some of these are. Some of these are really, really good games. Apparently, some of the best games in a while, which I believe, because Thu and Yumiko and some other players, I don't want to name drop too many names, but are playing in them, and apparently they are playing at their A game, their top of the level game. I am really excited for this. So that'll be tomorrow, and so tonight we'll have these up. I have a couple backlog games on Twitch. I can't get them off, and I don't know why. So I'm hoping this game will I'm hoping this video will transfer over to YouTube. I've been having issues with it. If it does turn out that this one doesn't go up, then I guess no one's going to hear this anyway. I don't know, but there's some games on Twitch that won't leave, and they're going to get deleted soon, but I can't do anything about it because it just won't let me export them over. And at the moment, my recording drive isn't working, so I can't do offline casts, so I have to do online casts with Twitch. So that's how everything's going right now. But anyway, that's it. These are the games. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. I love you. Goodbye.